In Mexican and indigenous folklore, there's this tale that in the dark of night, far off in the horizon, there's this floating flame. And if you chase it and you catch up to it, you're gonna find a place where there's buried treasure. That flame is known as lumbre in Spanish, and in Yaqui, it's known as Tahi. One of the keys for understanding the film is light. It's fire, the flame. And you can see, especially throughout the beginning of the film, you can see the American border guard and you can see the American rancher as well, trying to contain that flame, trying to dominate it, either by a cigarette, right, that they throw on the ground and snuff out, or in the lantern that Butch is holding.
Them Indians.
Meanwhile, or two Yaqui protagonists, Rosalio and Crescencio, and they're letting that flame, that fire, just flow freer, either in the fireplace, where the fire is just roaring and then just goes out on its own will, and then you have them chasing the flame towards the horizon as they try to catch up to it. So that light, that fire, it adds that element of soul to the film. It's that connection that our two protagonists have with their own spirituality, with their people, with something beyond just themselves, with their connection to nature.
Los yaquis se han considerado desde siempre como partes de la naturaleza. Somos parte, somos hermanos de cada uno de los seres de la naturaleza. Incluso todavía en este nuevo milenio, en las fiestas tradicionales gritan así: yo agua, emo utia calle yo agua, empojuna yo agua. Y ya le dices, hermano, tú eres el hermano. ¿Sí? Van a escuchar que el yaqui siempre les grita, yo hago al venado. ¿Sí? Entonces, ellos mismos, en su estado de alegría, sale ese yaqui de tiempo atrás.
We wanted nature to have a very strong presence. It was going to be essentially part of the soundtrack of the film. So throughout every scene, you can find that overriding presence of nature, of environmental sounds, as well as animals indigenous to the area. So in different scenes, you can find the sound of hawks, you can find owls, you can find coyotes, all kinds of different animals native to the Sonoran Desert.
La naturaleza, dentro de la música tradicional, ¿no? Enfocando en la música tradicional y en las danzas, todo está ligado. Los sonidos que hacen los pájaros o las aves dentro del territorio yaqui o del mundo vegetal están ligados, a de cuenta, en la danza o en la música. ¿Por qué? Porque el sonido que hace un sensontle, los músicos tradicionales lo interpretan en una flauta de carrizo que está hecho de carrizo, igual de la naturaleza. En la música de los cantos de venado, los raspadores interpretan, a de cuenta, los sonidos de la piedra. El tambor de agua representa el sonido del corazón del venado. Y pues igual en las cuestiones de las indumentarias, el sonido que representan los tenebaris, las fajas, las mismas sonajas, está ligado con los sonidos que hace el animal o los animales de la naturaleza en las indumentarias.
Yaqui language was always going to play a big part on the film. And throughout the whole film, you can find Yaqui, English, and Spanish being spoken. Indalecio Moreno Matus, the actor that plays Crescencio, he is from Rio Yaqui, from Bicam, and he's a native Yaqui speaker. And he was in charge of translating the dialogue of the film.
Es una lengua originaria y que igual tiene ese valor como cualquier idioma, como es el inglés, el francés, el español, tiene el mismo valor porque pues tiene, o sea, para hablar una lengua tienes que tener verbo, sujeto y predicado, o sea, Es una lengua que igual maneja números, tienes que nombrar los números en lengua yaqui. Tiene pronombres personales, o sea, tiene todo lo que se ocupa para hacer una lengua o un idioma.
He also assisted Jack Murillo, the actor playing Rosalio, to get a handle on the pronunciation of the language and to get a stronger understanding on it. And so between the two of them, they did a lot of pre-production work, just getting the pronunciation and getting the language sounding just right.
Hitom suate wean to Yucatán hitom bito anime. Haisen pa mamma te haisa. Hewi. Kahunentuko. Kaibune ime makanehan. Hempo join mexicanon tu witi lauben. Janintu me ringo menchi buishne. Uchewa su mexiakin menchi amune.
Cuando nos conocimos, empezamos a trabajar esas cuestiones de traducción y la interpretación. Él dijo, vamos a practicar. Yo no, bueno, es cierto, no hablaba muy bien el español, pero fue como una buena comunicación con él porque es muy profesional. De hecho, él puso de su parte para poder aprender las palabras en lengua yaqui, y al momento de yo ver la filmación, o sea, cuando estaban editando la filmación, se ve esa naturalidad que le dio al interpretarlo en lengua yaqui. Pero lo más importante es que nunca se pierda esta lengua. Lo más importante es que nunca pues cambien las palabras, ¿no? Hoy en día las palabras están muy españolizadas, pero hay diferentes formas de hablar la lengua yaqui, que son el formal, el casual y el informal. Que muchas veces pues en el informal metemos muchas palabras en español, pero hay un yaqui formal que realmente las nuevas generaciones han ido pues olvidando hablar algunas palabras y pues que son en una lengua formal, o sea, del yaqui formal, ya se están perdiendo, pues, y eso es lo que estamos rescatando nosotros de que no se olvide cómo realmente se dicen las palabras en lengua yaqui.
There's different layers of symbolism that we wanted to introduce into the film. Some of it is done through the soundscape, through music, and through the dialogue, and through the images on the film. But there's other cultural elements that are also part of it. One of it is the Yaqui deer dance, La Danza del Venado, on which there is a deer that's being hunted by different entities. And this deer is hunted as it runs away, tries to survive until eventually dying to its wounds. In a lot of ways, you can think of Rosalio as that wounded deer that's being hunted down. And in the end of the deer dance, that deer dies for a greater purpose. And in the film, the idea is to present Rosalio's consciousness exploding when he faces that overpowering light and sound that completely takes over the full frame and soundscape of the film.
La danza del venado representa la lucha entre el bien y el mal, porque el danzante de Pascula, según las creencias, es hijo del mal, que la palabra Hebukuyoleme es el que viene desde abajo o desde la oscuridad, y el venado es el que ya está, bueno, en la naturaleza. Pero el Hebukuyoleme, el que viene de la oscuridad, es el que pretende cazar y matar al venado, hacer el mal para pues él tener como que esa satisfacción de que él mató a una deidad que nosotros como yaquis respetamos mucho, pues. Igual, el venado, la representación que tiene, igual cuando lo cazan, es como, hace una doble función el venado, es como la paz de la deidad que ellos respetan, y al momento de cazarlo, nosotros tenemos ese conocimiento de que cada cosa que tú vas a utilizar de la naturaleza, ya sea un mezquite, un animal que vas a cazar, tú tienes que pedir ese permiso para cazarlo.
Rosalío and Crescencio are, in a way, a reminder of all the people that get caught in the middle of these struggles for survival. Because sometimes it's easy to think in terms of governments, of people in power, but then we forget about all the people that make the engine work, that make society function, that give meaning to being alive. And Crescencio and Rosalio um, are a representative of that. They are caught in the struggle for survival, where everybody is looking to extract something from them, uh, just to bleed them dry for their own for their own benefit, and they seek out trying to do something for their people, for their own survival, and they get caught up on all these dynamics that demand everything from them. Everything.
El yaqui es guerrero por excelencia. Es guerrero por excelencia. Te lo nombra. Te lo nombra en el canto del coyote. Te lo nombra cuando dice yo coni, yo cutawi coitamaja, que jicahuecha tu yo coni. Dice, gran cuervo, viste ese gran arco y levantaste el vuelo, gran cuervo. O sea, siempre haciendo alusión al arco, a la flecha, a guerrear.
Los yaquis siempre han estado en constante lucha, no nada más por cuestiones de que son peleoneros, ¿no? Esa historia que tienen los yaquis, pero ellos siempre han luchado por su territorio, por el agua y pues por su libertad.
Todo es guerrear, todo es guerrear, todo es territorio, es defensa, es luchar.
The film takes place in 1907, which is a turning point in Yaqui and Mexican history. We're talking about the dwindling years of El Porfiriato, a long-lasting dictatorship in Mexico, and also just on the eve of the Mexican Revolution. During El Porfiriato, there was an active attempt to exterminate the Yaqui people, first through colonization of their lands, which eventually exploded into direct armed conflict, and also through a policy of deportation of Yaqui people to the Yucatan Peninsula, where they would be set to work in plantations, and they would be essentially slaves.
De las 3/4 partes del ejército mexicano están en Torio, haciendo una guerra contra el Yaqui, pero no es una guerra cualquiera, es una guerra de exterminio, es de acabarse todo eso, de acabarse todo lo que se pueda, ¿no? Entonces, es algo que preocupante. Un 18 de enero de 1900, mucho frío, empieza un nuevo siglo, un nuevo año. Llegan al Cerro del Mazocoba y dicen, no está, quieren retirarse. Y Loreto Villa, que conoce bien la forma de actuar de los yaquis, porque él es un yaqui, apuntando al Cerro del Mazocoba, le dice, allí están. Y efectivamente allí están los yaquis. Le hacen el frente, es imposible, es una verdadera masacre. Y es la primera vez que son deportados. Todos los prisioneros de ahí, de la masacre del Mazocoba, son llevados a pie hasta Guasimas. Por primera vez en México, los rifles conocidos como Mauser son usados en contra de los yaquis. Los yaquis, una vez que les abren la campaña de exterminio, empiezan a pelear y a buscar su refugio, un refugio natural que viene siendo la Sierra del Bacatete. Los que pueden, buscan, empiezan a hacer lo que es la emigración, buscan la frontera. Muchos de ellos van rumbo a los Estados Unidos. Es en esa parte cuando empiezan a emigrar a Estados Unidos los primeros yaquis.
Save your line of sight so you don't have to move the camera and then go back.
Okay. Thank you.
There was a lot of historical research done with reference pictures to recreate the set of a border crossing. And we tried to dress it up and present it that would be identifiable to a modern audience as well. A lot of things like the sign that's on the background in Spanish that has some spelling errors as well is actually taken from reference period photos on which the signs were actually handwritten on a piece of wood and would show the same spelling errors as well.
Ese sentido de pertenencia, eso es lo más bonito y lo que no han podido todavía, no han podido deshacer aún en este milenio, en este 2026, sigue todavía vigente ese sentido de pertenencia, aunque yo no sea de Vicampueblo, una vez llegando a las Guasimas digo, mi tierra.
In the first scenes of the film, you can see the workers and laborers building what would essentially be the border crossing complexes and the cities that just grow around it. And the workers are indigenous people and people of color. And it's an active reminder of how America was built on the shoulders and labor of people of color, of indigenous people from the very beginning.
And then there's the flame at the distance. Like,
Oh, in the distance.
yeah, like a faint light.
Okay. So it's more of a thing where you would like want to see that there's a light in the distance more than there being like a spotlight on him.
Correct. Yeah.
Hold on. We're seeing a light in the distance. We're seeing the light shine on him.
We're seeing the light shine on.
Yeah. So the light is going to be kind of like spotlight onto him, maybe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we could do that. But it's not in the sky so much as in the distance though.
Yeah.
So it could just be like something here.
Yeah.
But now,
So you got about 45 minutes before we get like that perfect lighting. Which way is the wind going? It's coming this way, huh? That's coming our way, though. And that looks like it's gonna rain pretty decent for a little bit.
Está excavando, sí. Y le dice turno. Ajá, y luego te subes, sí. Allá. Le damos otra vez tu diálogo. This time, as he's doing his monologue, you're not looking back. You're like, we'll have you here, right?
¡Lente! Necio, güey, compa. Es una yo mexicano Mateo su. Yo me voy con ventana. ¡Te empujó!
By the warmth. Oh gosh, you can feel it.
So nice, huh?
Wow. Oh.
I can't get used to this. I gotta be out here. Oh, dude, you're gonna live in the lap of luxury over there.
I know. I brought a chair and everything, dude.
You got the heat, bro. It's like,
Oh, yeah.
so nice. Catch that if you want it tight. Like, cause I'm gonna have to be way up here, moving down here, and he's gonna be on focus there.
The thing is, like, I just want him up digging. That's basically what I want.
Okay, so what happens when it comes down, though?
We have the answer for that.
Okay.
The one that we just took.
All right. So can I get you standing then? So you want it like this?
Yeah, and he's digging. Uh huh.
Okay.
Yeah, give me your lines, you find it, and then you go down, and it's fine if you go.
It's fine if he goes off frame. I think it's good time.
Okay.
Because then we can just.
All right, we're ready for slate then.
All right, let's get the plate in. Roll camera, roll sound. All right, here we go. Let me know when camera's set.
Camera set.
Here we go. All right. ¿Listo?
Estamos.
Okay. Rolling. And action.
Scene 12H, take 3, soft sticks.
Hold for props. You guys ready? Camera set.
All right, here we go. Rolling and action.
Lepe una compa. Lepe nieve. Lepe tuya ve.
And cut.
Camera cuts.
Beautiful. You guys?
All right. All right. Almost dead. Hopefully this lasts till the end of this. Okay. Can we get somebody to stand in?
Hey, Bones, do you want to run into it? Were you going to do it?
Okay.
So it sounds good.
La voy a dejar aquí. Cuando lo levanta,
Does look cool.
levanta la de aquí.
So on this, look, when he gets close to it, we're gonna have him.
Yeah, we're gonna be crossing. Everybody, we're gonna find you all something to do. Keep busy. Start thinking in your mind, hey, what is it that I would be going through the feelings if you cross the border? That you kind of have an idea of what it feels like. That's kind of where we're at. And yeah, get going.
And so, just really quick as well, like I said, we have cameras every here. While we're moving out through it, let's try to not look at the camera. You know, we're making a movie here. I don't. If we see something like kind of looking over, just kind of make sure that you don't look at it. And then while we're in line, we'll kind of give you guys a little bit of direction. But for the most part, we'll just kind of keep quiet to ourselves until, like, if a line has been given to you, we'll speak up. Yeah. Let's have fun and we'll get you guys placed. Thank you, everybody. Woo! Tahi.